Hello, I'm Christopher Thompson, and welcome to another edition of Chris Speaks. Well, today I'm talking about something that's really sad. Something really sad happened. Um, it's been early this morning in Las Vegas near Mandalay Bay. Apparently, during a concert, 50 people were shot and killed in what's being called one of the worst mass shootings in the history of the United States. And I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional. This crap just keeps happening. These people just open up fire on crowds. It's just happening so much, it's really getting to me. But anyways, so 50 people were killed and injured. 50 people were killed and hundreds were injured. And the the shooter has been identified as Stephen Paddock, 64, of Mesquite, Nevada, and his family had no clue that he was going to do this. And it's saddening, and it's really frustrating that stuff like this keeps happening. Well, first of all, I wonder if there isn't any kind of mental issue or medical issue that happened to cause this guy to do this, because it's not normal for the shooters to be this old. I'm sure it does happen at times, but generally mass shootings are happening usually by people in their 20s or 30s. So we don't know what was going on. Apparently the gunman, after the shooting, turned the gun on himself. So there's no justice to be served because he cheated the families of the victims of justice by killing himself. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know what the motive is, what's going on. But regardless of the motive, this is uncalled for. This is ridiculous. Why does this keep happening? What the hell is wrong with people? What is wrong with someone that they would go with a loaded gun and apparently he killed 50 people and he injured hundreds. So at least 100, and at least if it's say 100 people injured, he at least shot 150 shots. That's if everyone hit somebody or more, which means he reloaded several times. Reloaded clips that hold 35 to I don't know how many rounds. But yet, no matter how much this happens, we can't get Congress to do any kind of gun control. No kind of gun control. Not limiting the type of weapons. Not having a assault rifle ban, which we had for 10 years, and we didn't have martial law when they limited the type of guns that people have. I mean, really, is it really necessary for civilians to have the types of weapons that our military is using? I mean, this is preposterous. And okay, so if you don't want to get that, but you won't let us limit the size of the cartridge, the amount of rounds that can go into it, because the more rounds in the cartridge, the more people the shooter can kill before he has to reload, and reloading is usually when they get stopped, because they're pausing to reload and somebody's able to shoot them or take them down or something. So that would help out. I mean, when you got 30 to 50 to 60 rounds in a gun and you could just freaking spray into a crowd and just take as many out as possible, it's ridiculous. There's no reason for civilians to have these types of weapons. These are not to defend yourself from. This is not a weapon you use to freaking go hunt duck or to protect yourself. Why do you need a 50 round clip to protect yourself? Who are you protecting yourself from, Rambo? And the whole thing. And here's another thing. Okay, I think you have to be 21 to get a gun in some states. I don't think it's a federal thing. Maybe it's different from state to state. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about gun sales. I never bought a gun. I don't care. But that's fine. Okay, say there you have to be 21 or whatever the age is. But anybody can walk into a sporting goods store. I could send a 10-year-old in to buy ammo, and it's ridiculous. And this is something that they investigated in Bowling for Columbine. So it's just ridiculous. It saddens me that this kind of shit keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening, and yet they freak out if anybody talks about any type of gun control. So yeah, let's not do that. Even though the Second Amendment has nothing that says that the government can't limit the types of guns that are sold, or the amount of ammo that's allowed in the clips. I mean, none of this stuff would violate the Second Amendment, which up until like the last century never was intended for people to have personal freedom of arms. Well, at least by some interpretations. So, but anyways, I mean, you're so worried about the NRA people freaking out that you don't give a damn how many people are killed, how easy it is for people to kill. It's like, well, people could, if you took away guns, they could still stab people with knives. Yeah, but someone with a knife wouldn't have killed 50 people and injured hundreds of other people. No, a knife doesn't do that. No, oh, well, people, this is the one I always get, is like, well, cars kill people, and you don't see people taking away cars from people. Well, the car's main purpose isn't to kill people. The main purpose of a car is to get around, is to drive around. The sole purpose of a weapon, an assault rifle, is to kill people. Not shooting deer, you're not defending yourself with a 50-round clip, semi-automatic rifle. The whole purpose is to kill people. It's called an assault rifle. An assault rifle, which means you are attacking with it. It's not a weapon of defense. It's not a hunting rifle. It's simply to kill people. I mean, these things, AR-15, and AR-15 is like a variation of M16, which was developed for the military to kill people, to wage a war with. And we're still sitting here having this one-sided debate, and these idiots of the NRA who are saying, well, it takes you need a good guy with a gun to stop a bad guy with the gun. Well, maybe if every single person didn't have a freaking gun, we wouldn't have this problem. No, I'm not saying we should take the guns away from people. I'm saying we should take a look at this. And the NRA doesn't want background checks. The NRA doesn't want to get rid of loopholes at whatchamacallit, what do they call them? The big expos, the weapon expos where they sell guns. They don't want any of that taken care of. But I thought you wanted good guys to have guns. If you're letting people get guns without a background check, or letting have loopholes at these gun shows, you're allowing the bad guys to get guns. This is the whole thing. The NRA doesn't give a damn about anybody. They don't care about nothing. They don't even care about their members. The whole point, this is what the NRA is. The NRA is a lobby for the gun companies. They don't care who gets killed, how many people get killed or shot. They don't care who has the guns, just as long as the gun companies make these crazy sales in guns, like these record sales. They don't, I'm sorry, the average NRA person, they don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about your Second Amendment rights. They just want to sell more guns and more guns, and nobody on the gun side seems to give a damn when these people go out and go murder a bunch of people. And the first thing they say, well, this isn't the right time to start talking about gun control. When is it? When is the right time? When is the right time to talk about gun control? What, when nothing's going on? No, this is exactly the time to start talking about gun control. This 64-year-old dude went to a fucking concert with a semi-automatic assault rifle with these clips that carry tons of rounds, and he murdered 50 people. He murdered 50 people and injured freaking hundreds of others. But let's not talk about gun control. Let's not make this a political issue. Well, why not? The right always makes it a political issue. They always start immediately say, oh, they're gonna come grab our guns. First of all, no one's grabbing anyone's guns. That's not happening. It's never gonna happen. That doesn't happen. It's what we want to do is we want to limit the type of guns that people can have, limit the amount of rounds that clips can carry. This is just getting to me. It's just so frustrating. Is this stuff keeps happening and nothing is being done to change it? Yes, sure, not all the people that have the access to guns, not all of them is it their guns, or sometimes it's their parents who have guns or friends that have guns and they get guns from somewhere else. But a lot of times it is, and we're not doing anything to make sure the wrong people don't get access to firearms. It's just so frustrating, and it's sad that we live in a country where we can't do anything about these mass murders because the people on the right-wingers, the Republican Party, are being paid off by the freaking NRA. You want to think they're probably getting donations to run from the NRA, and then they're going to protect the NRA because they're corrupt, because these corporations come in here and corrupt these politicians with campaign donations. Well, this is all I have to say about this. It's just so frustrating. That's all. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully it'll be something not as screwed up. It's just, there's no words for this. There's just no words.